Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how I play Good Good Things by the Descendents. So earlier today I did some research and watched some live versions of this song, one from 1985 and one from 2019. I can link to those videos down in the description, but I thought they were really interesting because they were very different from one another in the guitar parts, and they were both very different from what's playing on the studio album, I Don't Want to Grow Up. So on the album, especially like the verse part is a really basic strumming pattern from what I can tell. It's just, really basic. But in the live versions, they add in some different strumming. Like the 2019 one, I think it sounded something like this. And then the 1985 one was very different. I think they had a different guitar player back in 1985. And they were throwing a lot of different things in there. I think there was a lot of palm muting throughout the song, like in random places. Like in the verse, I think it was like... something like that, I don't know. But yeah, the studio version definitely seems a little bit easier, and that's what I have tabbed out. I did want to mention that on the live version I was watching, and it definitely looked like they were playing the fill riff in the chorus. It looked like they were playing it up on the 7th fret of the 4th string. So on the 3rd and 4th strings they were playing that riff. And in my tab, I have it tabbed out to play it on the 2nd and 3rd strings. So those are the exact same notes, and I actually remember I was going back and forth between those two ways to play it when I was tabbing the song out. But in my opinion, it was a little bit easier to play it the way I have it tabbed. So the way that they're playing it live, which I would assume is how they played it on the studio album as well, is it's with there's a C power chord in the chorus. Played on the root on the E string, so the 8th fret of the E string. So they're playing this. So really the only issue I had with this is that it's a little trickier to switch back and forth between the fill riff and the power chord playing it this way. If you look at my fingers, they're not in a great position after the end of the fill. So now we have to kind of shift down and over. Which that's not that hard, but it's switching back and forth between that power chord and the riff really quickly in this song. So I found it was just a little bit easier to play it with the starting with the C power chord, but this time on the root on the A string. Okay, yeah, so the reason I like to play it this way is your fingers are really in a great position to switch back and forth. So you see at the end of that fill, I can just like roll my hand directly back into that power chord without hardly moving it at all. Alright, yeah, so that's the way I like to play it. It's the way I have it tabbed out on my site, and the way I'll be showing you later in this video when I do the walkthrough. But I wanted to mention that because, I guess if you want to play it the official Descendents way, you would want to play it the first way I showed you, starting with the C power chord on the low E string. I guess, whatever you think sounds better and is easier to play, go for it. But yeah, let's get this shindig started. As always, I'm going to have a link to a full tab for this song down in the description, and enjoy!